New. Welcome, for not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. And then this Steve Cannon photo. If you want one, his stuff normally sells for about 20, 25 grand. This is up for 15. But if you pay an OMI, you actually save a couple $1,000s and you get it for 12,000. Anywho, and another one will be sold this week. So there's only 3 of these. Be advised, we have quite a bit to go over today. After my stream on Saturday, I got a little busy, and I could not make a video Saturday night. I could not do anything on Sunday. I really couldn't do anything until earlier today. I was like, okay, I don't want to do anything early today. I have to go to the office, and then I had to stream with Around the Okomiverse. So I did that. David will be on, I think, within the next month, probably before Comic-Con. He should be on Around the Okomiverse, which would be really good. And then we have. So a lot of info has come out that I want to go over. I did say there would be new OMI price prediction here. So let's go over that. And I didn't. Whenever I talk about OMI, I usually just talk about the particular market cap that it could reach, what I think is appropriate about that it reaching, and I usually don't talk about others. Maybe I'll talk about Bitcoin or maybe what happened in the last bull market for the top 10, but I don't really talk about what's going forward, and I'll explain what I mean in a minute here. So on the day, OMI is currently down 4.6%, down to 00085. I had a boss man of mine, one of my newer whales. I've been trying to get him on the podcast. He's very, very private. He's very old school, and So him being very old school, like I have to buy the OMI for him, and Foster Hilt helps every now and then as well. And he doesn't go and put in like $50,000 in one go or $10,000 in one go. It's like, hey, $1,000, get me some OMI. A couple days later, $1,000, get me more OMI. I've been advising him since April, and he has like 31 million OMI. And I'm trying to get him like, hey, just he's a big gold and silver guy. So like, oh, you have Bitcoin, sell some of your Bitcoin and get some more OMI, just sell half. And he's like, no, but what if I sell silver? I was like, that'd be great. And I've gone over this before, and I went over it on Around the Okomiverse. I'll join it right now real quick. Here's a picture I sent to Foster Hilt recently, because me and Foster are pretty much besties. He's kind of like we're kind of bros. Anyway, I sent a picture like, oh, here's what the silver was 10 years ago in August of 2015. I'm sorry, 2013. It was $23.04. And then today, I told the boss man, like, hey, look at the price of silver today. The price is $23.03. That's the bid. The asking price is $23.13 if you're looking to sell. But if you want to buy, it technically lost money if you want to buy more. But if you want to sell, it had gained less than 1 penny every single year over the last 10 years, which is lunacy. I was like, listen, sir, do me a favor, sell all your silver and just and do this. Now, obviously, everyone can make a ton of money with numismatic coins, things that are the older, the rarer, the minter, the better. There's a lot of things that are super scarce. Same thing with collectibles, so on and so forth. But traditional finance people, like historically, gold and silver has had many uses. You could use it, things with weapons. You used to be able to use it with things in electronics, and you can use it for fillings. Like they have uses, but it's only useful so much as it is scarce. And in the next couple of years, when Elon Musk uses his Starlink, SpaceX to go and mine asteroids, suddenly a lot of these metals that are only really found on Earth because you can't get them anywhere else are now not going to just be found on Earth. That market is going to do something crazy. So I tried to get him like, hey, you have a couple 100-ounce bars, sell some, get like 20 million OMI, and hopefully we can do that over the next week. I'm really trying to get him to do that. So we were asked, and I've tried it for OMI, and we were asked about OMI on Around the Okomiverse, and Doctor of Stuff said something like the most bullish thing that I ever heard up until tonight was Crypto Rain over the past year and a half. 2 times he had said that, listen, when pendulums swing one way too far, they often swing too far the other way back. He said over the last year or so, OMI has swung too far low. The pendulum has gone way too far in this direction, and it will correct at some point. When does it correct? I don't know, but it will. And he says like the pendulum, like let's say OMI should get, and I've told him my price predictions, like base case is probably 10 cents. Like yeah, that's fine. Um, but I think it could go higher. I was like, yeah. My golden goose case is like 30 to 50 cents. He's like, well, listen, I think it can get to $1. I was like, OMI should not do that. And he says, you're right. It shouldn't do that. It, by all means, any sane person at 70 cents should not be buying, but they will. And I was like, yeah, you're right. You're right. Because like, what's 100x from here? I was like, well, 100x is from here is like 8.5 cents. It's like, okay, what's 1,000x from here? Like, oh, well, 85 cents. Just extrapolate that out. And he says, okay, what happens when somebody that buys OMI down here and suddenly it's 85 cents? I was like, hopefully they sell. He's like, well, they're going to tell all their friends that they just made 1,000x in OMI. And guess what's going to happen? I was like, tell me. Because I knew where this was going. It's like, they're going to buy. They're thinking that it can do, even if not 1,000x again, although some people think that, they'll think that it can do 100x or 10. Like, and I was like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, it can happen. So he thinks that it could potentially go to $1. And he said that before. And that was the most bullish thing I've ever heard up until tonight. When Doctor of Stuff said $1 to $5. And I was like, I felt like Austin Powers. And, he has one of those fembots, one of those hot girls just reveal the cleavage. And he's like, so I love those movies. Those are so great movies. I go on and I'm thinking, okay, this is like, how is he going to justify this? This is too much. And he's like, okay, well, what did Kathy Wood say about the price of Bitcoin? I was like, well, she thinks Bitcoin is going to be, this next bull run, hundreds of thousands of dollars, but by the end of the decade, she thinks Bitcoin could be over $1 million. And CryptoRain found the price point. It's like, actually, she thinks it could be $1.4 million per coin. I was like, you see, even higher. Like that's like a 20. God, like a million would be a $21 trillion market cap, 20ish trillion. So 1.4 million per Bitcoin is 40% higher than that. You're looking at like a $26 trillion market cap. Now that's in 2030. And Dr. Stuff even said on the podcast he had typed out is that he thinks ETH will be $1 trillion this next bull market, and easily. I think that as well. I actually think ETH actually flips Bitcoin at some point. I don't know when. It might be this bull market. It might be the next bull market. I don't know. But I think at some point it does, and I'm not the only one in that camp. So he says, okay, well, take that, what we think it could be in 2030, because Kathy Wood's price predictions, and was very right on Tesla when people were thinking that she was very wrong. She was not. She's been in this for 30 years, 30 plus years. He's like, okay, let's say we take that at face value. And let's say in this next bull run, we get to like, I don't know, like a tenth of that. It's like, okay, well, instead of 26, let's say Bitcoin goes to 2.6 trillion and ETH goes to 2.6 trillion. Okay. Well, in the top 10, you're going to have other coins that are in the hundreds of billions. It's like, yeah, that's probably right. And he's like, okay, well, I think OMI can be a top 10. And I was like, I think it'll be a top 10 eventually as well. I think it'll definitely be a top 20 in this next bull market. But he says like, well, listen, because of what Rain had said before and what I said before, pendulum will swing too far, and things that shouldn't happen will happen because that's what people will do. I was like, okay, you're right. So when he said $1 to $5 and he explained it that way, it's like, okay. And yeah. Now, obviously at $1, it's a $300 billion market cap, which is insane, but possible. And that's what no burns. I think that, and of course this is his golden goose scenario where we have a bunch of burns, we have all this. To be $1, like I said, a $300 billion market cap, Bitcoin and ETH will be at $1 trillion. ETH will definitely be at least $1 trillion. Bitcoin was already $1 trillion. I think it could definitely go a lot higher, 1.5, 2 trillion. ETH could also possibly 1.5 or maybe 2. And okay, well, what is OMI? Okay, at a tenth of that, okay, let's say their Bitcoin and Ethereum are at 1.5 trillion, which I think they could be much higher. But okay, we become a tenth of that. And then, what do we get? That's 150 million or 150 billion. So even if there's no burns, we'll be at a 50-cent OMI. But again, this is like our super bull case, so with burns, when he says $1, that is possible. Now he said $1 to $5, which is nuts. And yeah, I think it is possible. For me, that's my ultra super mega golden goose scenario. My normal golden goose scenario is just 30 to 50 cents, but we'll see. So that's kind of some price predictions on OMI, and what my new whale is doing. Well, but the reason OMI's down so much today, partly because the rest of the market is down. The rest of the market is down. The one that went down the least was Dogecoin at 0.8%. The biggest loser on the day was XRP at 4.6%, and everything else is down like 2-3-ish%. So yeah, that kind of just brought OMI down with it. Now we're going to the rest of the Veve news. We do have a lot to go over, so I won't waste a ton of time here. All right, we'll go back to Saturday because that's the last time I'd streamed. Yep, David in New Zealand. I don't know if that's available yet. Type of friends. Yep, cheers. All right, so there was somebody on Facebook. Do not let people go and... Where are we here? Do not let people go and trust but verify. And I'll say this because I don't really trust very easily. Not anymore. But if you are, okay, trust but verify. Maybe this person thinks that this could happen, or maybe this person thinks that what they're saying is true, but it might not be true. They could believe it's true, but it might not be true. So that's where the verify comes in. So we have somebody, I won't mention the name, but clearly this person's interpretation of data is ridiculous. He says, I see a ton of people posting sales and deals. We're losing the OGs and big wallets are offloading as there doesn't seem to be recovery on the horizon, in my opinion, for those who bought huge bags from the OGs that left. If you notice, our admin group names have also been purged. Somewhat of a laundering seems to be occurring, in my opinion. I'll probably put in my opinion after that. But I go on and I take a look and I say, well, you say we're losing OGs and big wallets, yet the data shows the exact opposite is happening. Most people in the top 500 wallets, including myself, are buying, some of them very significantly. So I do want to go over this data. In the top 500 wallets, you had the normal people, the biggest losers, the ones who are selling the most. Who are they? Okay, well, the people that had sold the most NFTs, the top three, again, in the top 500 wallets, the third person to sell the most NFTs was Griff Collects that sold 20. Okay, I know some people, they sell so they can buy other stuff, selling because they get out, whatever. The second place person in the biggest sellers was Frank Kuzi, who sold 22 NFTs. Okay, all right. And then the biggest one was AQKSA. This has been selling for quite some time. Had sold 142 digital collectibles. Like, okay, you are making a big effort to go and sell a lot of your stuff. I don't know why, but you are. So you put those, okay, well, some of the wallets in the top 500 are selling, and sometimes with AQKSA's scenario in a big way. That's, selling like 100 every week or like 80 every week. But in the top three hodlers, the top three people that have spent the most and have bought the most amount of NFTs, you have Mr. MC1. Mr. MC1 that has just gotten Veveverse in the last couple of weeks. That he's not somebody that is going to be wowed by just anything. He's not someone that, let's say, like Dashy doesn't really play video games. If he does, he doesn't play AAA rated games. So you can say like, oh, Dashy, you might be impressed by the Veveverse, but you don't play AAA games. You don't really know what gamers want. Well, Mr. MC1 does. He is an avid gamer. He plays a ton of AAA rated games. So for him to go to the Veveverse, be super impressed, and to buy 196 NFTs, getting him up to over 5,000 Veve digital collectibles, I think is a good feat. So his purchase of 196 NFTs as the third largest buyer this week immediately takes out the top three sellers, which added up come out to less than what he had bought. Now, number two, we have Thomas J. Kaz, who had bought 268 Veve digital collectibles. Those ones were, and that gets him up to 2,788. If he does this again next week, he'll have 3,000 NFTs. Then we have Bezojman, the man, the myth, the legend. And Bezojman has gone on and said, yeah, heck all you guys, I'm going to go and buy 1,224 NFTs. He's averaging like 1,700 NFTs a week. But let's just focus on this week. This week at 12/24, let's say we divide it by 40. Let's say this man spends 40 hours a week just buying NFTs. If he does, that's 30.6 NFTs an hour. Let's say, hey, that's a lot for, you have to buy one every couple seconds. How about we do over 80 hours? Because you don't want to, let's say he does it over the course of 80 hours during the week. Well, he's still buying 15.3 collectibles per hour. That's one every 4 seconds. This is not just one man. This has got to be a team of people that has access to the account, just and they're just buying. Absolutely heckin'. And sometimes this dude buys over 2,000 NFTs a week. If you're buying 2,000 NFTs a week and you divide by 80 hours, that's 25 NFTs per hour. Freaking ridiculous. Anywho, a lady friend says she's thinking about me. Winky face, smiley face, winky face. Okay, there we go. Anyway, I have been kind of struggling in the top 500. I have not sold, I've only added, but I have gone down. This is my 3rd week in a row losing spots. Now, I only bought 2 NFTs. I'm Chavez 5 right there. So I only bought 2 digital collectibles this week, but I lost the space. Again, this is my 3rd week in a row. So bad times. Anywho, moving on from that. The Hawkeye, Scarlet Witch, and Quicksilver joined the Avengers for the first time. That does come out tomorrow. It is 6,500 of them, so I think it's pretty good. A 9.8 grade of this book goes for $19,200. So I'm pretty sure this is something that will go and do really well. It's very scarce. It has some real world value. I would put this on par with the first appearance of Groot. I think that in a 9.6 or 9.8, that goes for like 20-something thousand. So I would put this on par with that. And obviously the I'm Groot is really heckin' cool. I got a lot of, okay, there's a lot to go over here, and I don't want to get to these messages. Let's see what we got. We have some people from this is the Diablo Lamborghini. Now, obviously, over the weekend, we had $381,000 that Veve had grossed in the app over the weekend because of Lambo and because of Pink Panther. Did absolutely phenomenal. And then you have Noldor Alive saying, hey, while everyone's focused on the new Lambo, I went out and got 1% of the Diablo purples. Has 20 of those, and he's not the only person that's stacking. I'll go over and I'll show you what Mr. 41.eth has just bought. He said, locked up this gem yesterday. It is the 1943 Little Prince. Little Prince number 1943, paying $2,000 for it. I was thinking, okay, well, that's his first appearance here. Cool. Maybe he saved up his shekels and he got that because he doesn't have Little Prince yet. But then he posts a video saying that he already had 200 of those mother flappers. Jesus, man. And he paid $2,000 for, like, oh my God, the money that some of these people have. These people are spending more money than many of us will ever dream of having. And that's how you know this is going to be super successful, where you have people like me that believe OMI will outperform damn near everything on the app, except for maybe a couple of things. 3 things or less. And I still buy collectibles. Why? Chavez, why would you buy collectibles when OMI is going to outperform? Because I'm weak. Because I'm addicted. Because it's fun. And clearly when you have other people that are spending $2,000 on one collectible that hasn't even sold out, it's impressive. And like, again, that Bezojman being one of the bigger ones. Anywho, we have 2023. Yeah, I really hope we get some Ahsoka. I really hope we get some Ahsoka because it's great. Metamar, shout out to him saying, nostalgia hits you right in the feels, so I did a little shopping this morning. Getting the number 90 Simba and the number 53 Pink Panther, both animated. That Simba animated is stupid, stupid low. And let me go over this real quick. Because I don't have Simba, I do have Scar. And I have the pencil, which is nice. And I'll go over the pencil in a second. But Simba is below retail. Now, granted, there's $24.94, but it's $32. So it's below retail by $8. And the sub 100s, though. Now, if I think 32, okay, it's a rare, it's a popular character. His sub 100 should be 6x the price. So at 32, you're looking at $192 that it should be for the sub 100s. The cheapest one is number 72 for 200. So it's pretty close. And that's something that I think is okay to get because the next cheapest one is number 63 at 250. It's like, okay, so it's right on the money. I think that's okay to get, but you could tell that nothing really fits that formula on this one because the cheapest one is a little bit above that. And I just think that these are very, very scarce for what the future is going to bring. Again, just my opinion. Mr. MC1, I was just talking about you. All good things, all good things. I was talking about you because I didn't go over this on Saturday, that you were the third ranking person to buy the most digital collectibles on Veve this week, buying 196 collectibles, launching you past that 5,000 NFT mark. So shout out to you for that. Anyway, moving on here. I'm good and feeling all right. Are region doing this? Nope, not gonna do that. Nope, not gonna do that. So I think part of the reason that we did not get LOL MGM cards, or I'm sorry, LOL MGM things like those dolls, the LOL MGM surprise, because we were told about that license about 2 years ago, and we never got anything for it. Okay, well, why? I was in a collectible shop this weekend, and I see LOL MGM cards, and it says scan to win for a chance to win an NFT. So yeah, that might be why we didn't get it. Anywho, so okay, nope. Oh, I got a message back. SoCal, homie. Sorry about that, SoCal. I got a message back. For triggers, official launch. Okay. There's a couple of things. I should have mentioned this in the OMI section that I was talking in. Oh, I'm already 22 minutes in. Okay. I should have mentioned this in the OMI part. There's a couple of things that I haven't mentioned before, okay, or that I haven't mentioned in this sequence. The official launch of the Veveverse will have a better impact than I think anyone is really ready for, specifically because you have, like I said, Mr. MC1. He's not just somebody that's never played video games before and is going to be wowed by any metaverse you put in front of him. No, he plays AAA games, and he's wowed by this, and it's causing him to buy more stuff. So I think that the Veveverse will have a bigger impact than people are realizing. You have a creator economy. If you have a lot of people building there, because it's going to be like, not the Super Bowl, but it's going to be people that are going to incentivize other people to be on the platform. And we don't have ads on the Veve feed yet. I guarantee you at some point you do. Because and I guarantee you that when they do that, a part of that's going to go to the OMI to gem pool, the liquidity pool, or it's going to burn OMI. But I guarantee that happens at some point. When we have Veve go out and say, hey, for each amount of dollar that's made in the Veveverse, creators will go and get something. Like they're going to do something like YouTube. You have 1,000 people that spend, like 10 minutes a day on your stuff. We'll do revenue share with you. Guarantee you that happens. On top of that, them going and saying, having Twitter Spaces about it. Like you already see in Twitter Spaces people talking about it. So the user growth, I think, is going to be triggered by the new vertical, whether it's music, whether it's sports. I don't know which one it's going to be. It could be anime. I mean, we kind of already have Astro Boy. We kind of already have, but whatever new vertical that we're going to get, like that we go super deep into, we're about to onboard Asia. And I should make this its own video. But we're about to onboard Asia. And I was like, oh, well, Chavez, like, how do we know? Okay, well, we have the Japanese Discord that was the Japanese version. Okay, we finally have that translated. We have the app finally translated into Mandarin, Japanese, and Korean. And then we have an article from EY.com, Building a Better Working World, saying, finalist EY Entrepreneur of the Year 2023 New Zealand is David Yu of Veve, saying David Yu's app Veve has introduced a groundbreaking concept by creating a platform where users can collect and trade digital collectibles, opening up new possibilities for collectors worldwide. And through Veve, individuals can own and showcase their favorite characters, artworks, and memorabilia from popular franchises. Over the past 2 years, Veve has established itself as a market leader in the digital collectibles field with its informative platform and strong user base. The app is used by collectors worldwide, with 35% of its users in the USA and 40% in the UK and Europe, which, okay, where's the other 25% going? Now Veve is turning its attention to untapped markets such as China and Japan. By expanding into the global market, Veve has created a community of collectors that transcends geographical boundaries and connects people through the shared fandom. Quote, the global community of Veve collectors fosters a sense of belonging and camaraderie among enthusiasts, and by connecting with like-minded individuals, collectors can share their passion with their favorite franchises, end quote. Veve is also paving the way for more sustainable industry practices, leveraging sustainable solutions, adopting eco-friendly practices, and using alternative technology to achieve carbon neutrality. Back in 2017, when David ventured into the digital collectibles industry, he faced substantial risks. The sector was emerging, there was no established market or clear demand for the type of products he was creating. However, David was backed by 25 years of experience in the games and collectibles world and demonstrated the courage and risk-taking of an entrepreneur to launch a product he believed in. Now, he is showing the same entrepreneurism and leadership with the forthcoming launch of the Veveverse, the company's metaverse product that is on the horizon. And he is in the finalists for the Entrepreneur of the Year in New Zealand, which I think he won last year, or Veve might have won last year. Now, he is in some competition. You have Alexia Hilbertidou, who is CEO of Girlboss NZ. I feel like that's a big buzzword. Angus Brown of Arepa Holdings, Carmen Viselech from Data Insight, Chris Warren of NZS Group, Emily Rutherford, Kiwi Water Park, Hannah Porter, Baron Moo, Graham Clegg of New Image International, Jamie Beaton of Crimson Education. How many freaking people are on here? Okay, and a couple more people. Anyway, just shouting out his competition, and hopefully he wins. But outside of that, by again saying that we're going to have Asian markets. Now, because we have Asian markets, we might get Asian exchanges as well. I know that has been a very salty word for some people. Some people get triggered when we talk about exchanges. But again, if you've been in the OMI Telegram group for longer than a year, you'll know that in 2021, everyone and their mother was going to the OMI Telegram group from other, not channels, from other exchanges, be like, hey, can we list OMI? Who do I talk to about listing OMI? That is a fact, irrefutable. They can go on any exchange at any time they want to, but they're waiting for a reason. I don't know what those reasons are. Probably because they want a little more utility. But also, Apple Vision Pro. I feel like the Veveverse app will shine, and instead of explaining what digital collectibles are in a couple hours like it takes in a Randy Chavez video, it'll take 20 seconds. You go and you take a look at it. Oh, what is this partner statue? Oh, and I can pose with it. I can do this. And with digital collectibles, I think that would be great. And speaking of the Apple Pro, they are not the only ones in the game. We do have a new article from xfire.com saying Nintendo is reportedly working with Google on a VR headset. Now, I'm not going to get so crazy into this because I'm already 29 minutes into this video, into this live stream. But yeah, if Nintendo gets in, when Nintendo gets into this, it's not a winner take all thing, but everyone's coming into the space. Gamers that love Nintendo, like myself, coming into the space at a rate hitherto undreamt of. Now, moving on. Oh God, where was I? Oh God, sorry. Everyone comprehended for quality, health, ideal factor. Okay. Oh, we even have Mr. MC1 in my show saying the gold is stunning, matched up Veve fam. So he matched up his Pink Panther ones. I don't know which mints they are, but he did match them up. So shout out to him for that. 10 prices, crazy now. Oh, and somebody sold their Pink Panther number 41 ultra rare for $610. So nice. Somebody bought that for him. And then they immediately listed it for $1,100. Don't know if they're actually just looking to double up real quick. Oh, and Noldor Alive says, so I just made a thing. What a beauty. Veveverse with the lowest public mint will be so much fun. He has the number 41 of the uncommon. Absolute badass. Love him for that. And then, yeah, so some other really good news is the Pink Panther 60th anniversary drop was only 2.3% of accounts that went for that were suspected bot accounts, which I think is really good. That's a real they're doing a pretty decent job at combating bots, at least on this one anyway. Okay, cross trading. I'll go and doing that. Analytics stuff. So my whale, I haven't seen my whale for a couple days, and I go and I talk with him this morning, and he shows me his 4 sub 100 Astro Boys. Number 61, 67, 74, and 79. Dude is pretty crazy. There is a fake Akomi Reese going around Telegram. If you have a Telegram, you may or may not be contacted by the fake Akomi Reese. Fake Akomi Reese says, hello, user. And then he forwards a message saying, like, I don't know, but there's a fake Akomi Reese going around. He usually doesn't go on and initiate first. So, yeah, anyway. Anyway, Brockman Blockchain says, holy poop, just saw someone test out Kit in the Veveverse, and it's insane the level of detail that it has. He's like, I don't care what you buy, I only have one of them. But he said the Veveverse is a significant upgrade on nearly every collectible. Reflections, environmental fog, skyboxes, and lighting all come together to make unbelievable looking collectibles, and it's not even operating in UE yet. I cannot wait to explore different spaces daily. So much fun. I cannot wait for that as well. Shout out to him. So he had also made a very, very cryptic status or a post like a few hours later saying, Tinkerbell pencils got minted, ... Then absolutely nothing before that. And then he shows a photo of Yoda lightsabers. So at first I was like, does he have 85 Yoda lightsabers? Then I took a look like, oh, that's just the market. He just took a picture of the market saying, oh, but I don't know why. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it probably has something to do with Feesh, because he made a post about Feesh later in the day. I don't know what it would be. I don't think it has anything to do with Star Wars. But again, I'll have to have him on again at some point. Anywho, all right. So I also mentioned the other day, by mistake, in my podcast number 195 with the Bumper Team with Jordan Reese, I had mentioned that, hey, what do you do in case we've had some bad things happen in crypto, like the collapse of Terra Luna, FTX, whatever, but I accidentally said Terra Virtua. I did not mean that. Obviously, Terra Virtua is still alive. They're still kicking, as far as I know. They're still doing stuff, but I accidentally did say them as opposed to Terra Luna. That was my bad. I should have done that. Nice to see that this person's still watching my videos. There's another. Will got some today. Been one for a long. Okay, so we have Jordan Ring saying, been wanting this guy for a long time. Couldn't resist. It was 30 gems below floor. This person got the Bronze Cat number 241. I guess someone floored it. Anyway. Sweepstakes. VV Digital Collectibles says, this week's social sweepstakes is going down on TikTok. Enter now for your chance to win. Follow VV on TikTok. You must be following them to enter. Like the video, and then comment your VV username and the favorite of the 4 cover rarities. So it's this one. It says you're going to have Old Rhubarb in there with the collectibles in the background. It's their most recent video. So you like it. I commented the Ultra Rares being my favorite. It's exclusive artwork. Thought it was dope. Dr. Stuff goes on and says, VV Official, will people who buy from the store now that the airdrop has happened, will they still get the Tinkerbell pencil airdrop later on? And VV said, yes, the pencil will be airdropped for anyone who purchases from the store. The next airdrop snapshot will be October 4th for delivery on October 9th, right before Comic-Con, which is cool. Now let's go to the pencil and see what that's selling for. I guarantee it's like, okay, it's $18. It has stood steady at $18. Guys, out of the 4 pencils that are there right now, I think it's $109. It's less than $120 to get all 4 of those pencils. Now we have one more left. We have the Aladdin pencil. We haven't gotten that yet. Oh, God, my back. All right, we're going to stretch real quick. Now, why does this matter? Why is this important? Because I don't think the desk that comes with it is going to be worth more than $120. Now, I know If the next one, let's say, is the next pencil's $20, cool. 140, let's say $150 for all the pencils combined. It's much less than that, but let's say 150. I think you'll lose money if you go and you take 5 secret rare pencils, you burn them, craft them, and make them into a desk. Yeah, you get a secret rare back, but to sacrifice 4 secret rare, 5 secret rares to get 1 secret rare. Now, granted, this secret rare would be a full set, so cool, but you're also losing 5 sets if you only have 1 pencil, and you use the pencil to burn and craft that. Okay, well now, because those are part of the Aladdin, the Tinkerbell, the rest of the sets, because that happens, you're not going to get you're going to lose 5 different sets as well. So you'd have to, if you want to do that and keep the amount of sets that you have to go in and spend another $150 to go and get those pencils. So at this point, I would just buy the desk. I would not craft. I would just go and buy the desk, because if you go and you take your pencils and you craft it, you light max $150 on fire, which it's not worth that much, but let's say it is. For a desk, it's probably going to be 100 to 120, and then you have to go out and buy those pencils again anyway, because now you have to recomplete those sets. So I would just buy the desk, in my opinion. Anyway, we got other stuff going on here. Let's see what we got. Pencils. Oh no, that was it. All right, cool beans. Okay, and then also I did mention that it is 9/11. I do want to go over a quick story before I head on to this. So obviously, big shout out to all the first responders, the cops, the firemen, the EMTs, everyone that had helped that day. Me being from New York, 9/11 does hit a little closer to home. Everyone from New York, or at least in the towns that I grew up in Long Island, had parents in the city that had, not everybody, but you knew somebody that had a parent or parents in the city, at least, if they didn't work for the Twin Towers directly, or if they were firefighters, whatever. And then shout out to Al Kahn and Julian Crane for making the First Responders Children Foundation. Very happy to do a lot of work for them. And then, yeah, so just my story real quick before I get to the AMA, before I get to Ask Me Anything. It's Tuesday morning, as we all know, 2001. And I don't know how my teacher knew. I think I don't remember the principal telling the teacher, but I think that's what happened, because as soon as the teacher comes back in the room, it's like 9-ish in the morning on Tuesday morning. She has the teacher across the hall from us. So, can you watch our classroom for a second? And she says, okay. So she watches us, the new teacher, and then our teacher goes down to the library, and she comes back in with a TV on wheels. I don't know if anyone remembers that. It's a large stand, TV's on it, and we're like, oh, television! We're gonna watch a movie today. And it's like, oh, no, we're not. Before she knows, we get too excited. She tells the other teacher she can go back. She closes the door. As she's plugging in the TV, she says, the principal doesn't want, and I'm in 5th grade, so I'm very, I'm fairly young, wasn't in like middle or high school where you're like, kind of mature at that point. I feel like, we're still kids. And she says, the principal doesn't want us to tell you what's going on. But Miss Leung, who is from China, she's like, but I come from a place where censorship runs amok, and it is very bad for the citizens. You do not want censorship in your country, in your school, in anywhere in the world. So then she plugs in the TV and turns on the news, and in time for us to see the second tower get hit, and also like very descriptively seeing little black dots kind of fall from those buildings. And it was like, and like as if we kind of couldn't guess, she's like, people are jumping out. I was like, oh my God. During that day, I think by the time lunchtime had hit, I think a good 65% of the school had like every couple of minutes, or like every minute, can this kid come down to the office? This kid come down to the office, because parents were picking up their kids, because not the the school would be targeted. But it was like, oh wow, and other I felt like such a gossiper afterwards because we were like our class was kind of like talking at lunch, and again we weren't there wasn't a lot left of us because all of our classmates' parents, most of us had picked them up by that point, and there was a lot of questions like why is everyone being like picked up like what's going on? And it was like, oh, these other people don't know. So we all just like kind of told them because it's really weird to be in that spot. I know something and they don't, so we can tell them. Um, and then we kind of got to talking to like, hey, I did not authorize you to tell anyone. I was like, oh man, we messed up. But that was, and then by the time like buses came home, or buses came to like pick us up, there was like maybe, I don't know, like two other people on my bus. Like throughout this whole school, you know, K through five, K through fifth grade, there's like two or three other people on the bus. Um, it was wild. And there was no, even now, I don't think there's any real closure. But I think one of the times where I went and kind of had a little bit of closure from that was like 10 years later in May, I think, of 2011. It was a Mets Phillies game on. And, you know, in New York, I was watching the Mets. Even though I was a Cardinal fan, you know, I liked baseball. You know, I watched games that were on, and the Mets were on. Mets were playing in Philadelphia at the Phillies. And this is in, I don't know, like it was really late in the game, like the eighth or ninth inning. And it was tied like 1-1. The crowd starts chanting USA, USA. And I already saw it on Facebook, where they had like, oh, Bin Laden's dead, Bin Laden's dead, they killed Bin Laden. I think my friend Vinny's like, look at everybody else's statuses. And then they had the crowd started chanting USA. They're like, yeah, get him, you know. So I thought that was really cool. If there's any baseball game I wish I could have been at, I think that game would have been really fun to go to. Anyway, so that's and then joined the military, and then, you know, I feel like so everyone that joined after 9/11, I forget what they called us, but it's just a different form of veteran because like a lot of time there was peacetime before then, and there hasn't been a lot of peacetime after. There's been like no peacetime afterwards. I'm going to use this moment to ask everyone if they could go on and smash this like button. Free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways on Patreon. Smash the super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. Oh, all right. Punchy Khan. All right, this. All right, I'm exiting out of that. Anywho, that's my particular 9/11 story. Let's get this bread. We got Cosmos A. What's up, Cosmos? Hey, Randy. What's your price prediction about the bull run? When do you think we're going to see the start? Oh, I mean, I think that in the next year from now, 2 years, history will show us that the bull run may have already started for OMI. When was the first signs of life? When we went up like 80% in a week, or, you know, a couple days. That was definitely a big sign of life. And then when's the next part? Okay, well, we've been steadily going down. You know, we were at like 0012, 15. We were at 0013 at a couple points. You know, we lost like 40%. Going, oh, not 40. So maybe like 30%. You know, what's been going on? Okay, well, we just haven't had that consistent push yet in order to get OMI. Like people had bought OMI, but then it came so far as, okay, people are just taking the OMI they already have, and they're putting it on the app. But for the next thing, like bronze tickets, that's going to be another incentive to buy OMI and then burn OMI, and then you have OMI to accessory. So I think each quarter we're going to have a major thing. That assumes that bronze tickets will be ready in Q4, and it might not be. I think it will, but I also think we get smaller announcements, you know, like every couple weeks or every month we have more invites to the Viviverse. I think most, if not everyone, is going to have Viviverse by the end of the year. And then I also think that in Q1 of next year, we have OMI to accessory. And then in Q2, we might have OMI to gem. And Q2 is when that Bitcoin halving is. So I think every quarter we have something major, and each month we have a little tiny thing that makes us pump. What is it going to be this month? I don't know. We might have a little tiny good piece of news. And I think that's their plan. I don't think they would have started rolling out part of the utility unless they had stuff in place ready to go. And now that OMI is a Veve product, not just being worked on by a few different people, but by a ton of people, there's going to be a lot of work to implementation. I think that you take the start of it has already happened, but I kind of went on before. I think 10 cents is my base case, but again, that's just me. And we do need other stuff. We need better adoption, better marketing, and we need exchanges. I get they want to have actual utility first, but exchanges would be good. Well, it says, I think it's a bad look on the OMI community when people give $1 to $5 OMI price predictions by 2025. Need to take a more mathematical and realistic approach. I mean, that is. I mean, we had gone on and explained how it's possible. Is it likely? No. But is it possible? Yes, it is. And again, like, just because you have 100 million in volume doesn't mean that, oh, okay, $100 million on an OMI today. That means the market cap should go up 100. No, that's not what happens at all. You put in 100 million and the market cap could go up 500 million. It depends on how much is being traded, how much liquidity there is. There is, again, you have a third of the circulating supply that's locked up between the business development wallet, between Dan and David's wallet. Now, technically, the unlock period is over with. They can go and sell that at any point, but they won't. Not anytime soon. And then you also have other whales that are also have tens of billion. Like I know one that has 30 billion. I know another that has 6 billion. I know another that has, like, most of the whales that have billions. They're most of them are accounted for, and most of them are good hodlers. Some aren't. I know 2 or 3 that are not. But they're writ small by the ones that are hodlers, and not including the people that are going to come in. SoCal says, my guess, the bull run starts 6 months. Veve hits 003 by end of year. I think that's what you mean, right? Altcoin rally 18 months to 11.25. OMI hits 10 cents by 2029. We get to 25 cents. Need catalyst and adoption. Does that say 10 cents by 2029? It says 10 by 2029. To get to 25 cents, need catalyst and adoption. Yeah. Like, share, and subscribe. Engage in the chat. Practice for the Veveverse. Yeah, get it. Skinny Pete says, hello, sir. It's been a while. Why, hello, Skinny Pete. I hope you're doing well, sir. Janoy Evans says, Randy, what's up, fam? Why do you think Veve is delaying the Hulk airdrop like this? I mean, it was months before we got Red Hulk. I mean, they might save it for Comic-Con. They might, I mean, they never said when we would get it, so they're not technically delaying. They're just not releasing to us when we're going to get the Hulk airdrop. I don't know. SoCal says, my guess is the delay is related to the new nano and character modeling improvements in Unreal Engine 5 update. Cavernous needs to catch up. But why would that be for the airdrop, though? I don't know. Sandbox says, looks like silver can be used as a stable coin. Pretty much, yes. That's like Sean says, the next couple of years we'll be mining asteroids. Well, at some point, yes, Elon Musk will use Starlink, and he will put mining equipment up and mining asteroids. Why, if you have the technology, why would you not? Yes, that is what he'll be doing. SoCal says, silver all-time high is like 60, 3x, big whoop, not financial advice, to each their own. Yeah, I would not. Yeah, not gonna. I didn't even know if silver even reached anywhere close to that. Prince Toby says, gonna be honest, my Veve knowledge pool is kind of mid, but one thing I do know is that big IPs alone on the app can't free us from the bear market alone. We need new stuff like return of QR codes. Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, trading would get transferring would be great. I want to do giveaways. I used to do giveaways all the time, and then I was like, I can't do it. I was like, oh man, I thought one day, when, I don't know. It's like strong silver is for old men. Yeah, a lot of my friends' clients are older people. SoCal says, I'll be mining asteroids in Star Atlas in like 2 weeks. Out of a $1.5 million giveaway. Damn! SoCal says, sup, Tony? Sup, Toby? How's Her Majesty? Oh, yeah. How is the Veve Queen? Mark Hunn says, Randy from live to live. Yeah, I didn't go live yesterday. For the first time in forever, I didn't make any Veve content. I feel a little bad. SoCal says, music vertical. Batmobile, sports vertical, exchanges, Viviverse, interoperability, burns, fashion vertical, new IP, Viviverse land, marketing, gaming, renting. Ow! Oh god, my hip. On the roadmap. Oh, there we go. All of it, plus more. Fidgetals, tickets, more countries and languages. What else? A lot. Amira Atia, hi, saying, would you buy UFO? I have no idea what that is. So let's take a look-see. Let's take a look-see right here. UFO. Oh, gaming. Okay. I'm guessing it's UFO gaming, right? Right? UFO gaming, that one. If it is, 226,000 in trading volume. That's pretty good. Only a 15 point. Oh, okay, but the fully diluted. Oh, no. The 15. Yeah, the market cap is fully diluted. Okay, that's good. When did this start? This started in June of 2021. Okay, interesting. I don't know anything about the project. It looks very, very flat, but typically longer the base, the bigger the breakout. Will break up, break down. I don't know. I don't know what it is. So I do like the volume though. But let's say the UFO, uniform fiscal object, this UFO has about 20 cents in trading volume. So it's definitely not this one. Does that really say 20 cents in trading volume? Only $497,000 market cap. Yeah, this does not trade very well. But came out in 2016? I'm sorry, 2014. Came out in March of 2014. Had some crazy spikes and yeah, I wouldn't buy that one. Maybe the first one that I got over, maybe. I just don't know anything about the project though. Kitty Pizza, isn't Doge holding because of Elon and the phone thing? Yes, Doge is the only reason it's there is because of Elon. Only reason. So, Cal, how much capital might you need to tie up to consistently earn $200 a day on average, assuming a max hold time of 30 days max? Is it possible how many hours a day? Okay, hold on. How much capital might you need to tie up to consistently earn $200 a day on average, assuming a max... Oh, like for staking something? I mean, what does ETH give you, like 6% a year? So what is, let's say, 250,000 times 0.06, so 15,000. Wait, you said 200 a day? Let's say if you had $1 million and you staked it and you get 6% a year, 60,000. No, this will be 164. Oh my God, you would need so much to make 200 a day. You need over $1 million, and that's just staking ETH. 130 days max. Is it possible? How many hours a day? Yeah. But again, that's that. There are other cryptos that can make you more. I think they're even T-bills are like 5%. But there are now even the high interest savings. Like there are maybe some certain things that might be able to give you. I mean, let's do S&P 500. Let's do like 9%. Okay. Let's say 750,000 times 0.09. So 67,000 per year divided by 365. That's $184 a day. And that's at 9%. But again, I wouldn't put it there. Vance shows, where am I? Number 172. All right, Vance Legstrong, let's take a look at where you are in that particular spot. Vance Legstrong is number 175. You have purchased 14 NFTs this week and you moved up 2 spots. Vance Legstrong. Not bad. Not too bad at all. Rather good, I think. Yeah, see? Yeah. Yeah, Mr. MC1, number 27, you beast. Legacy Bermuda says GG. Legacy Bermuda, what up? Felipe B says wow. Wow. Ruxar, meow, meow. Mr. MC1 says, hi, Randy. Oh, what's going on, Mr. MC1? We love you. Big A says, how did it gift me a membership without me clicking on it? Regardless, thank you, Crypto. Oh, cool. I feel like I should have got a notification about that, but Crypto Dragon gifted Big A membership. Shout out Crypto Dragon for gifting that membership. You are the best. Mr. MC1, my finger got stuck on the buy now, but I love you, MC1. Skinny Beats laughing. Flavor Beast has completed the Pink Panther set today and bought the propaganda set. Propaganda set to collect some MCP points. Very good. Get that, bread. Good for you, mate. Legacy Bermuda. Give me those winky faces. Sandbox saying it's 9:11 p.m. now. Well, 9:11. No, 11:11. You make a wish. 9:11. Rip. Omar says I just got gifted a Randy subscription and Dashi. Oh, thank you. Oh, ho, ho, you are. Was that Crypto Dragon again? That got gifted a Randy subscription, a Randy membership. Oh, you guys are great. And Dashi, yeah. Macario Ramirez says congratulations on the 1943 Little Prince buy. So that wasn't me. That was Mr. 41.eth. Not Mr. MC1. It's Mr. 41.eth. He got that, which is absolutely bananas. But yeah, he paid $2,000 for it. It was a beast. Jimbo Lingo says, hello, Master Randy. What up, Jimbo Lingo? I love you, man. I hope I get to see everyone soon. Bill Gardner saying, Legacy, what up? Sanjay, what up? Says, Randy, I'm now at 45,000 essence. Have I passed you up? I do believe so. Yes. Yeah, I have like 41,000 essence. You dog. You got me good, Bill Gardner. Man, I gotta step up my game. But I am happy. I am happy that you beat me in that because I'm beating you at OMI. But you are, Bill, I love you so. I always will. I know I sing that to you all the time. But get a Veve logo. Now if you have like an extra, that's only if you have the gems available. If you have like an extra $5,000 available to you right now, doing whatever, I'd be like, okay, just use that for OMI. But if you have a bunch of gems on the app, like I don't know what your OMI goals are or if you've hit them. I have a couple of whales that have already hit their OMI goal. Like I have my bag, I have this amount and I'm fine with that. I was like, okay, you could buy more, but they're like, listen, I have my bag. I'm like, okay, that's fine. So Bill, you could be one of those people like, well, I hit 69 million, and I don't want to ruin it. I was like, okay, fair point. That's fine. Or maybe you have even more than I do, which would be bananas. Because you even say that's what you think. But yeah, I definitely would recommend Bill Gardner that to you. That gold and silver Veve logo, be super welcome in there. He'd be a great addition. I'd love that. Okay, I know. Oh, 41's in the crowd. Very nice, very nice. Prayer Drive says, I think the secret rare Pink Panther could surprise us. It's gold. Everyone loves gold. And then it is scarce. There's 510 of them. And I think you can get them for like 150 maybe. Let's take a look. Let's go over the video. Oh, 163. It went up today. The sub 100s are, you get number 96 for 219. But again, I just don't really think that the sub 100, like sub 100s are obviously always special regardless of what they're a part of. Maybe except for the Secret Rare Miles Morales. It's just whatever's cheap. It's so expensive. It's just whatever's cheapest, and the sub 100s don't really matter as much there, or at all there. But the Pink Panther, again, because there's only out of the 600 that we have 510 that's available. There's not a lot of those. So you have the sub 100s are greater than 10% of the entire supply. Whereas something like I think like the Thing number 44 is like $200 something, and that's there's like 28,000 of those, and only 59 sub 100s. So yeah. Bill Gardner says, "Let's go." Mr. MC1 says, "Hi." Bill Gardner says, "That's what you think." Ho ho ho! I hope you're beating me, Bill Gardner. I hope you are beating me. Macario Ramirez saying, "Hi." Mark Hunt says, "Bill, get a Veve logo, please." And Bill says, "I will eventually." I'm so glad to hear you at least commit to it and saying, "I will eventually." We will hold you to that. We will hold you to that. Sandbox says, "What's the website that you're showing on your phone listing the top OG NFT buyers?" So it's not a website. It is a person. I'm a person, and my name is Anakin. No, it's Noldor Alive. Noldor Alive on Twitter every single week on Saturday, without fail, goes and posts the top 500 Veve wallets and what they're doing. And it is one of the most beautiful pieces of data out there it's just, peak. Al dente. It's to the tooth. Anyway, Cool Mo says, hey fam. Hi Cool Mo. Mark Hunt says, Bill Garner be like, this is my OMI bag at Super Saiyan 1. And this is my OMI bag at Super Saiyan 2. And this is my OMI bag when I go further beyond. That is a big Dragon Ball Z reference for anyone that does not know. Big Super Saiyan 3. Yeah, all right, I've been going for an hour. I've answered all the comments. I have, I feel like we're good. Oh, and also, be advised, when somebody asks if it doesn't sell out, the remaining will be burned, talking about Tinkerbell pencils. So I'm going to put that on there. Screenshot that. Save that for another time. Ooh. Who this? Yeah. Okay. And that's it. Everyone, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Thank you all for Crypto Dragon for giving away some memberships. That means the world. Bogart says, see ya. Marcon says, I knew you wouldn't disappoint. Thanks, man. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. So worth going to New York Comic Con on Sunday. If that's the only day that you could go, yeah, you might as well. Be advised, a lot of the Veve fam will be... I might not go on... I probably won't go on Sunday. Because I'll have already been at the con for 3 days. I will have already... I've already drank so much, spent a lot of money. Sunday is a rest day. I'll probably be at Serendipity 3. I'll be getting ice cream. I'll be at Central Park. I'll be eating. Sunday's a recovery day. And yeah. Anyway, smash that like button. Yeah, Crazy Dan. All right, bye guys. Meow, 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 Randy. Bittersweet. Never mind.